Hey, what is going on, guys? Murder 15 here with a new episode of Vlog that is very long overdue and the last one of 2025. I'm sure most of you have seen the post that I made a couple of months back saying that I was going to go on video hiatus just due to life in general, things going on, and I'm still sort of in hiatus right now as far as full-on production, but I'll get to that in a minute. But I felt that it was just to give you guys at least an episode before 2025 ended, and at least, you know, talk about how the year went, what my plans are for next year if I have any, which I do, hopefully, and you know, just to touch base with you guys, because it's been at least 3 months, if not 4 months, at least 3, at the very least 3. So I wanted to come on here and say, hey, as you've noticed, the room is a little redecorated because we rearranged the game room since the last episode that I did. It kind of opened up the space a little bit, and we just generally like how it turned out. So yeah, where my desk is right now is where Nikki's originally was, and where mine was is where now Nikki's is. And we moved the TV over to that side, and to where, like, it's actually against the wall, and then the couch over here just facing kind of in the middle. But there's still plenty of room to move around. Like I said, it feels more open, it feels more spacious, and just all in all, it's a good upgrade. So let's talk about 2025. Not a lot of production, I'm not gonna lie. It was probably my least productive. Well, I wouldn't say least productive, but at the same time, it was and it wasn't, because we tried bringing back foreplay, which was going on for a little bit, and then that went on hiatus, and then this channel went on hiatus. And why is that? Because of life, literally because of life. I had switched jobs technically twice. And because at the very beginning of the year, I was still working for Parts House doing automotive part deliveries. And then as I've talked about it a little bit on Vlog, I finally got a job with USPS. And I was first working as a rural carrier. But the unfortunate side of that was I was only getting 2 days a week for working. And I can't work off of that. You know, I was making less than what I was at Parts House. So I was working that for a little bit, and then there was an opening for city side carrier, which gets you more hours, gets you faster path to career / full-time carrier. So I started rural around the middle / end of August, and then I finally was able to transfer over to city side it was like around the middle of November is when I kind of started training for that, and I've been doing city side ever since. I actually changed offices, and it's been amazing. I've been working my butt off due to December being what they call peak season. Essentially, that's the busiest time for any sort of delivery service, whether it's USPS, Amazon, UPS, FedEx. We call it peak season. And it's just extremely, extremely busy. So I've been doing that, and just all the different changes in life and everything that have been going on have literally made it to where I have been very tired. I've been trying to do my best resting after work and such, and trying to get accustomed to the new style and everything. And that's why everything kind of went to a halt. That's why there were no new episodes of Foreplay being uploaded. Plus that, and everybody else was busy too, because at the time that we were doing the hiatus, Christian has started a new job and was trying to figure out his schedule. And there were just times where Paul and I weren't able to get together to record stuff. I mean, like, he's available for like different times and everything, but like essentially everybody's schedule was not meshing enough to where we could consistently do episodes. So that's why Foreplay and this channel went on a hiatus, which I don't know if / when Foreplay will be coming back. I want it to come back, but I'm gonna be realistic. I don't know if it will. I want it to, but we'll just have to wait and see. But since I've been getting used to the new schedule that I've been working and stuff, as you've seen, I have been doing, I have released a new episode of Nat 1 and a new intro video for Nat 1 kind of explaining the series, because essentially what I did is I went back and deleted the old episodes that had the 3D avatars and stuck with the 2D ones. So that way it was just one consistent series. And I'm currently working on new episodes of that. I've actually gotten a new script written. I'm getting ready to work on another one here in a little bit. But as far as videos, that's kind of all I'm really doing right now, because I don't really have a set schedule for when I'm releasing those. So it's kind of one of those, it'll get released when it gets released. But yeah, just where life has been such a huge roller coaster, especially these past few months, is the main reason I needed to take a hiatus and take a break. Because in the post I said I've been doing YouTube for well over, even before this channel, over 15 something years probably. And all of it has been for fun. None of it has been monetized. None of it has produced any sort of income. The only income I've ever made off of videos essentially was when I was doing Twitch for a bit and streaming from it, back when we were still doing Game Bros. But even by myself doing streaming, you know, I hadn't made any money off of it. So it was time for a break. And it's probably going to be slow getting back into it. If, you know, everything goes according to plan and, you know, I start getting more time to do this kind of stuff, which I don't think I will. I mean, I'll be having some days off and that kind of thing, but, you know, just life has gotten so chaotic, and, you know, I want to continue doing videos, don't get me wrong, but at the end of it, and I've said this a multitude of times on Comvlog and the channel, this is a hobby. This is just for the fun of it. This is not my job. This is not my income. And I have to look out for myself and my family first. You know, I have to make sure I can provide for myself and Nikki. So, you know, if it comes to I have to cut doing videos for a while, which is what happened essentially, you know, so be it. It sucks. It really sucked because I love making this kind of stuff. But at the same time, I have to face facts and, you know, do what I need to do first. And then when I have the time and energy to do this kind of stuff, you know, is when I'll do it. And people are setting off fireworks already for New Year's Eve. No, what was really weird, I'm ADD kicking in, but there was actually fireworks going off around Christmas time. I'm like, who sets off fireworks in Christmas, you know? But anyway, but in the short of it, for 2026, I want to start making more videos again. Do I want foreplay to come back and continue? Yes. Will it happen? I don't know at this point. Do I? Like I said, I want to, but at the end of the day, I have to, you know, look out for myself and, you know, make sure that I'm making enough money to, you know, make ends meet and stuff. So, but that's not to say I won't completely stop doing videos, because like I said, doing episodes of Nat 1, you know, I can do whenever. You know, I can write up the script, you know, have whoever record the voice lines, animate it whenever I want, because it's not on a set schedule or anything. Whenever you're doing like a Let's Play show, something similar to Foreplay, or heck, back in the day, Game Bros, a lot of people, you know, expect a schedule and that kind of thing, and I wanted to, you know, keep a schedule for something like that, but unfortunately, with just how chaotic life has been, with everybody, not just myself, I mean, all the cast, you just, it feels impossible, to be 100% honest, but, there's been a lot of ups, there's been a lot of downs, and I can safely say that 2025 royally kicked my ass. Now, that's not to, like I said, you know, there were a lot of good things that came out of it too. I mean, hell, one of the best things that happened this year was I got a job at, you know, United States Postal Service, which, you know, in and of itself is a fantastic opportunity and job. And I've been working myself, I've been working my ass off at the job and everything, but at the same time, I've been loving it. Like there have been days I've come home really tired and stuff, but there's never been a point in that job yet, and I'm sure there will be, like it'll eventually happen, that I have not had a bad day. Like there have been days that have been hard because there have been new routes that I have been learning. There's been areas that I've been going to that I'm unfamiliar with and I've had to learn. But it hasn't been bad. I have to say that the crew I work with, my supervisors, my coworkers, my manager, all of them have been absolutely amazing and extremely supportive. Like, I'll give a great example real quick. Yesterday, at the time of this recording, I ran a brand new route that I had never run before. And I was warned it can get a little confusing, but I had help from other coworkers that have ran the route before, gave me some tips and stuff, and I actually finished above what I was expected to, because where it was a brand new route and everything, and it was a full route, they were like, he should be done by 4:30 or so. No, I actually finished early and was able to have enough time to go help out another coworker with their stuff. So yeah, it's been busy. I wouldn't even necessarily say it's a hard job, but it's just having to try to remember everything and, all this. It's just long lists and stuff, and just trying to remember a bunch of stuff. It's not a hard job, but it does make you work. I'll put it this way. All right, sorry about that, guys. Nikki had come into the room and stuff, so she's over her PC right now. But no, where I had been working so hard, like not even hard, but like where I've been working so much and moving around so much, I have literally lost, I can roughly say maybe 20 to 30 pounds, like from working and stuff. So it's been insane. So like I said, it's not a hard job, but it definitely keeps you busy. It definitely keeps you moving. So, but yeah, to summarize, 2025 has been a tremendous, I can't even think of the right word to say for it, to be 100% honest, but there's been a lot of ups, there's been a lot of downs, and fingers crossed that 2026 will be a hell of a lot better, especially with, the new job and stuff, and hopefully being able to make career soon, which, I've only been doing city for a couple of months, and it takes time to become what they call a full carrier, which essentially you're assigned your own route and everything, and you just stick to that route unless they need you to cover for something, or, you need to help out with other crap. So, but with that being said, guys, this is going to be it for 2025. I really hope that 2026 sees a lot better things than not good things. So, but at the end of the day, if we could just try and do the best that we can. So for the end of 2025, guys, and going on to 2026, this is Car Motor 15 signing off.